Hey y'all, got a few things going today. One is to show you how dry this bowl is. It's super fragile. It's now at that bone hard stage, what's also known as white hard. You can hear it. At this point, whenever it's this dry, you can see I'm moving it around very carefully. I'm not holding it by the rim, but I'm kind of moving it around with both my hands. This is now going to go outside on the greenware shelves. It'll be put on the greenware shelves, which are located close to the electric kiln, and Alma will be showing you exactly where all that goes. So at this stage, when it's this dry and it's so dehydrated that there's no longer any moisture that you feel on it, you can also take your piece, put it up to your cheek, and if there's any moisture on your cheek, then just leave it back on your shelves. But whenever it's at this dry state, it's ready to go outside. Very carefully on the shelf, and it'll be loaded and go into the bisque kiln. And from the bisque kiln, it will come out. Then you'll do a glaze demo with Alma, and you'll get it all finished and fired. Okay? Second thing is, we're going to pull a handle. I'm going to do this in a couple stages whenever it comes to the video. Alright, so I have my cup that I've made, and it's prepared and it's ready for a handle. Right? What I'm going to do is just going to clean up the bottom real quick. I cut it with the wood knife so that I don't need to trim it on the wheel. I will make a cup that will require trimming on the wheel, but this one is just going to be left like this with a flat bottom. Okay, and how I'm doing that is I'm just taking my thumb and I'm rolling it across the hard edge on the bottom, and then that cleans up the bottom. Right, so this is ready to go. Any boogers or any buildups or anything like that that was marred in transition or in movement, this is now the time to clean it up because this is at the leather hard stage. I'm not going to sign the bottom yet because I need to put the handle on. And the cup was designed in a way so that I'm going to attach the handle right here, and it's going to go up and it's going to come back down and touch the bottom. Right? So I'm going to show you how to pull the handle, and I want you to do multiple pulls. So for each cup that you have, I want you to pull 3 to 4 handles because the first one that you make is probably not going to cut it. All right? So I'm going to leave this cup wrapped in plastic because I'm going to attach the handle later. I'm going to make myself a nice cleaning spot with the wheel, get all this extra clay out of the way, and then I'm going to turn the wheel off. Okay? And now that it's off, I'm going to take a little bit of clay in my hand, about this much, all right? And it's about a palmful for me, maybe a little bit less. And this amount is going to be good for pulling a hooked handle as well as just a straight handle. All right, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to go on and patty this clay into a semi-elliptical form with a bit of a taper at the bottom, just like that. So it tapers down to a point and it has more mass on top. The mass on top is going to be required to hold it while we pull it, and we're going to pull that taper down. Right? What you do is you got to keep your hand constantly wet, so keep the clay on top of your water bucket, and then just start pulling that clay down, starting with more pressure up on top and lessening the pressure as you get to the bottom. You can see it's starting to get longer. And what I do is I keep my hand in a circular motion like this. Again, more pressure up on top, lessen the pressure as you get down towards the tip. I'm going to drop it over here now so that you can see it a little bit better. Okay, it fell on me, so I'm just going to go in and rotate it, even it back out. Grab the top again. This knob here, go in and pinch that off. I don't need that. We're almost at the point where we're ready to create the arch for the handle. So I'm going to pull this a little bit thinner. Again, starting with more pressure up top and lessening the pressure as you get down towards the bottom. Okay. So let me run it down so you can see there's the front of the handle. There's the side of the handle. It's nice and flat. Okay, now what I'm going to do, the last thing is I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to create a groove. I'm going to grab it right in the middle. Grab it right in the middle. I'm going to pull my thumb right through the center of that flat handle. I'm going to do it a few times. And it creates a groove in the middle, and the reason we create that groove in the middle is for your fingers to rest comfortably on the handle, and then also for the glaze to create a little bit of a pattern as it rests, what is known as breaking. You can see there's a slight groove there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to rest it. You can do this on the table, you don't have to do this on the wheel head. Pinch down that extra clay that you have, create that hook or that curve in the handle. Allow yourself to have a couple different curves throughout this pulled handle, because we're not going to use the whole thing, but we're going to use the sections that work the best. Alright, so I want you to have kind of a flat section, and I want you to have a couple curved sections. So you can see here, I have a tall curve, I have a flat section, and then I have a more subtle curve. And this is what I'm going to have set up. It takes about 20 minutes for it to set up on your table. And then I'm going to do another video where I'm going to cut it down and I'm going to attach it to the cup that I already have. Alright, so get going on that with Alma and get some handles on at least 2 of your cups. Okay,